Welcome back to Paul Reporting Live, and today's news is about my religion. That's right. And I think the best way to define the word religion is to use examples, right? That's my favorite method. So we have Christian religion, we have Muslim religion, we have Jewish religion, we have Buddhist religion, right? And I mean, living in big cities, those are like the buildings that you see driving around town. You say, oh yeah, that's that and that's that. And so there's a presence. Like, I don't know much about all of them, but I know there's a presence. And I remember once I was corrected by somebody because I was talking about different Christian denominations, and I use different religion instead of denomination, and someone corrected me and say, oh, they're not different religion, they're different denomination. I said, oh, really? Because the Christian religion is based out of the book called the Bible, right? That's their scriptures. So anyone that uses the Bible, basically they're called a Christian, right? So, but there's many levels of Christianity, right? From the strictest of all the denominations in a Christian religion to the most liberal denomination in a Christian religion. I hear there's over 200 different denominations in the Christian circle. I'm not a bit surprised. Now, I've been to a lot of these denominations ever since I left the Catholic Church when I was a teenager, and that was like the beginning of my journey of searching or investigating, I guess, different denominations. And you know, when you look at the most strictest to the most liberal, you know, they all claim to use the Bible as their guide in life, but yet their practices and way of thinking is so polarized that they're basically different religion, but they use the same book. So you might say I wasted a lot of years looking at these groups, but it was something that I was interested in. You know, I made a final decision. Last time I'd been to any of those groups, like maybe 5 years ago, I would say, something like that. So I've searched high and low for God in these groups, never found him, and realized that God does not hide in buildings or in organized groups. You know, he's all around, man. It's like even the Bible talks about he's everywhere and all the time. He knows everything. And I don't need some stranger telling me how I should think about God or what I should do in my life or how I should speak. No. I am who I am, and no one can change that. And I think the real deal is let people do what they want to do in regards to religious thinking or spiritual thinking. Where I kind of draw the line. No, this is where I draw the line, is where people impose things on others, right? Specifically me, right? I don't let people impose things on me. I'm an individual. I don't impose other people to do things, so why should I let others? So I became, my own religion, you might say. Yep, maybe you can, myself, me, myself, and I. And my principle I follow is to be respectful, to be loving, to be kind, and just treat everybody the way you want them to treat you. It's very simple. And I think like the four religion I spoke to has very similar principles in their scriptures. It's just they go off on a tangent on certain other parts of the way they describe their life should be. But that's the story about my new religion, and I'm quite happy to be free from buildings and organizations. Like, I can just worship God right now. I'm here. I don't need people's permission. I don't need to donate half the money to a group. I don't need to do anything, really. I'm sitting here on the park bench alone and just thank God for the sun and for the air in my lungs and for the food I get and just, my health. and whatever's happening now. I want to encourage you guys to enjoy life and do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting other people, that's the main thing, right? Do good and be happy. So that's the news for today. Stay tuned for more updates. This is Paul reporting live.